Productivity tips and tricks. How to stop postponing work and accomplish it. Hello everybody! Today's video will show you how to overcome procrastination and accomplish your tasks. Before I begin, make sure you're subscribed and that you've clicked the bell to be alerted of all my new videos. So the first step in learning how to overcome procrastination is to recognize it for what it is: resistance. In his book, The War of Art, Steven Pressfield writes about resistance. Its primary meaning is the thing that prevents you from accomplishing your work. There is a constant reluctance that, despite your desire, you avoid doing this work at all costs. You decide to check Facebook, Instagram, or your fridge instead of doing what you were going to do for some reason. And it's because you're afraid to do the work. Whether it's an important school project or a personal endeavor that matters a lot to you, you're bound to experience resistance and delay. When I have to tackle a large long-term project such as my Artist of Life workbook, I resist. I have been contemplating my workbook for the entire year. I knew I needed to redesign it, but it took me so long to settle down and focus. I've attempted to sit down so many times, but I always get sidetracked or put it off. There are some fairly fantastic tactics that helped me buckle down and get my job done, and I'm going to share them today. But these few weeks, I really had to lock myself down and finish it because I made this due date for myself, and I was like, no, I must get it done by this time. Take action to overcome procrastination. Even if it seems obvious, it can be really challenging to actually do something. What then should we do? The best advice I can give is to look at what needs to be done and ask, what is the simplest, easiest next step that I can take towards this goal? Make it so basic that it only takes a second to complete. Reduce it to the smallest possible size. For instance, if your big job is to produce a lengthy research paper, opening your Word document or typing the date, your name, and the first word can be that simple, straightforward step. Really, start with the simplest chore you can think of and work your way up. What is the simplest step I could do towards this goal? Ask yourself once you've opened the tab and type your commitment. You'll discover that once you've taken a baby step, you can take the next baby step, and the next one, and the next one. And if you keep doing that, you'll get momentum, enter a state of flow, and start working on whatever it is you've been putting off. I do understand that taking action, even if it's only baby steps, can be uncomfortable and challenging. So another approach that's worked for me is to give myself a deadline. In other words, I'll tell myself, I'll only work on this project for the next 30 minutes or the next hour. And I'll just look at the time. If it's 8 o'clock, I'll be like, 9 o'clock, I'm done. Just do my best. Take the baby steps and work on this. But do it for an hour, and by the time it's 9 o'clock, I can let myself go. I have a time frame to work in after setting that time. And typically, when my time is over, I want to keep working because I've gained momentum by taking those small steps and I'm in the zone. And that is something that is incredibly helpful. Give yourself a baby amount of time to focus on your project instead, if you don't feel like it. As in, I'm only going to work on this for 15 or 30 minutes. And if that's all you can do, that's it. That's fantastic. However, in most cases, you'll probably want to keep working longer. Being able to enter your flow state is the main objective here. When you are completely concentrated, totally in the moment, and operating at your peak efficiency, you are in your flow state. I'm not sure if you've ever experienced that sensation where everything is going well. You're giving your task your all, and you have momentum. Thus, that is the aim. It's what some refer to as deep work, which is an extremely productive state of focused focus. So that's the destination you should strive for when trying to overcome procrastination. I am aware that you have resistance. First, recognize that it is procrastination and resistance, and then take the next small baby steps and set that time deadline for yourself so that gradually you'll feel the momentum and enter the flow state. Use music to set the mood as one of your other productivity-enhancing practices. Spotify has some of my absolute favorite playlists for work. Deep Focus is one of them. I enjoy Deep Focus a lot. That is extremely strong and atmospheric, not always intense, but occasionally relaxing. Simply expressed, it actually helps me to relax. Then there's the piano in the background, because I love the piano. I listen to that since it's softer when I'm designing or working on something more spontaneous. But I'll play Deep Focus when I need to finish some writing or other chores. Feel free to use whatever suits you to create the atmosphere you want in your room. Perhaps you should light a candle. Perhaps you want to organize your desk so that you have an area to work in. Create the workspace you see for yourself so that you have everything you need to get things done. I adore the Forest app for getting me to work and keeping me focused. The concept of planting a virtual tree is the foundation of the app Forest. You begin planting that tree when you set the timer for, let's say, 25 minutes to work. In essence, your tree starts to die if you exit the app to check anything else on your phone. And because you don't want to destroy your tree, it motivates you not to check Instagram or anything else for that 25 minutes. I believe that after you earn a certain number of coins, Forest plants actual trees in the real world, which is incredibly cool. I also really like the game's environmentally friendly features. The final tactic is to start your day with some journaling and/or meditation. We can't always focus on our tasks since our minds are so distracted. We have a zillion things on our minds at once. So it's sometimes helpful for me to sit down and journal for 2 or 3 pages before I go to work. I usually have a diary where I write down everything that is on my mind to get it out and into paper. Then I usually give myself a pep talk to get me in the mood to work. I will genuinely imagine telling myself, "You're going to do this. You're going to work and you're going to finish this today." You can meditate before you get to work. It has a similar effect where you clear your mind, calm yourself, and you can also set your intentions to focus on whatever you want to focus on. So either journaling and/or meditation. You can do both, or you can choose one or the other. But I find that journaling really helps to set the intention for getting to work and being productive. So, there you have it. My advice on how to overcome procrastination. If you think I missed any advice, please let me know. Post them in the comments section so that I can learn from you as well. I always need advice on how to overcome resistance because I believe it will always exist. There will always be resistance to any initiative that is significant to you. That is normal. Because we are all humans. We are all works in progress. Alright, if you haven't already, please subscribe. I'll see you again soon. And have a lovely day. Bye!